My friends, are you struggling to get your Facebook post notice? Want to boost your business page's visibility without breaking the bank? Well, in this video, I'll show you a simple step-by-step process to boost your post and reach a larger audience so that you can drive real engagement and grow your business online. Let's dive into it.
Welcome to Content Creators Connect. Here we are all about encouraging the three C's: connecting with others via video, content development that builds your personal brand, and creators sharing their experiences despite their distance.
So before we dive into it, let me ask you guys, if you were to boost a Facebook video for the first time, what kind of audience or content do you think would be most effective in getting more views and engagement? Kevin, we'll go to you first, bud.
Well, I would like to get more people involved in and engaged in my community. So the type of content needs to be relevant to them. As I don't have anything to sell yet, I think I would look at like a demographic of adults with some disposable income that would be able to donate to some of the fundraising activities that I do. So that is sort of what I'm looking at potentially how ads and boosting these posts and videos will actually do for my communities. So I'm very curious what you're going to tell us about in the training. So, what about you, Dory? What are your thoughts?
Well, first of all, that's a great idea to target people that have a little bit of income that are looking for like fundraising or volunteer or donation opportunities. That's really smart. Um, as far as my content is concerned, I think my most effective mode of communication, hands down, bar none, is definitely video. I think that it's the best way for me to connect with my audience and potential audience members. Um, I think my personality, my intentions, I think they come across the best in spoken word and live video. Now, the content of what those videos are, that's where I'm not too sure about with boosting or using Facebook ads. And so that's why I'm really interested to learn more about how to leverage my preferred mode of communication through like ads or boosting content. So I'm really curious to see what you're going to share with us tonight. And speaking of curiosity, if this is the type of content that you would like to see more of, please consider hitting that subscribe button and the notification bell. That way you get notified whenever we go live.
Okay, so here we are in the business page. You can only boost a post from a business page, which, as you've heard me say before, Facebook, for the most part, is a pay-to-play platform. Now, if you have a huge following, there's a good chance you can still get some engagement and things like that. But if you don't have a huge following, well, you're going to see a lot of silent crickets not engaging with your content. So today we're talking about boosting a Facebook post. Now, there are certain times you should consider boosting a Facebook post, and there are other times when you should consider not boosting or should not consider boosting a Facebook post. So, when should you boost a Facebook post? Well, it's most effective in certain situations. For example, if you already have a post that is getting good engagement, there's some likes, there's some comments, there's some shares, that can help amplify the reach that that post is getting, right? It can even reach more people. That's a great time to boost this post. What about if you're running a sale or you're running a promotion? And so if you're boosting that post that promotes that special offers or any discounts or any new product services, this can help increase visibility and drive some immediate action. Those are some key things. Maybe you have an important announcement. And so when you want to ensure that, you're getting that critical news out there or those updates out there, this will help you reach a broad audience, such as a new location that you just opened. One of my clients just opened up a new location, and so we did a training today on boosting a post. That's a good time to boost a post. Or maybe you have a product launch, or maybe your company has reached a certain milestone in the business that you want to get that announcement out there. So those are a few good times to do it. Maybe you have content that is on a time, it's a time sensitive content. That's a good time to boost that post because, there's a limited window of relevance. So, maybe you have an event promotion that is going to be a limited time. That's a good time to promote it. Maybe you're having a limited time deal. That's a good time. So this same client, they're having a lot of promotions around their office furniture, and this is a good time. Maybe you have seasonal content that is time sensitive. That's another great time. But maybe your focus is to expand your followers on your page. That's a good time to experience some, to do it in order to get some, to grow your audience. And so when you're boosting a post that it shows your core values of your company, or maybe you have some top performing content, this can help you get some new likes to your content or some new followers. So that's another good time. And maybe you just want to get some lead generation, right? When you're boosting this is going to help you, that your goal is to seek to capture some leads, or you want some direct traffic to a specific landing page or a form on your website. Now, I always say if you're sending traffic to your website, it's important that you have that pixel on there because that's going to help you retarget people. And so those are some good times to boost a post. Now, before you post, make sure that the content is of high quality, it's clear, it's relevant to your audience, because there's nothing that's going to turn your audience off more when they are liking your page or following your page for a particular reason and they're seeing content that is completely irrelevant. Those are easy ways to lose followers and turn them off. But make sure that before you boost, that you know what your goal is. Is it that you're trying to get some traffic, you're trying to get some conversions, you're trying to get some engagement? That is a key thing. That way you can target the right audience. So when should you avoid boosting a Facebook post? Well, if you have a post that is getting poor engagement, that's not a good time to do it. Right? Now, if you put something out there and there's not much organically going on, that is a time that you should consider not doing it, because it's not going to improve its effectiveness. And so it's better to focus on posts that already show potential. Now, again, if you have maybe a promotion that might be a little different and you're going to upload it in that particular case, that's a little different, right? And so it's key that you're clear on what you're doing. And so if you don't have a clear goal, don't boost the post, because you don't really know what you want, right? You don't know if your goal is to drive traffic, then maybe you shouldn't. If your goal, you don't know if it's to increase engagement, well, those are times that you're just going to waste your money because you don't really know what you're doing. Now, if you have some post out there, it's a little old, it's a little outdated, it's a little irrelevant, definitely don't boost any post there, okay? So, bringing up old information, expired promotions, that's not going to help you. Or if you have content that's no longer relevant, that's not going to help you. And so if you have a post that has poor visuals, blurry pictures, not a clear message, grammatical errors, don't boost the post, because guess what? Boosting it is not going to fix these issues, and it's actually going to hurt your brand's image. So something else to think about there, right? And so if you have a post that is way too sales heavy without offering any value, that too can turn off potential customers. So make sure that you're focused on content that provides solutions, or it's going to help bridge the gap between you and your audience. It's going to help build connections, and so that's another thing. And if you have a post that hasn't really reached, an audience organically, that might mean that the content isn't resonating well with your audience. No one's liking it, a lot of crickets. That's going to be one that is like, okay, this may not reach more people. But again, I always recommend at least test the waters, okay? And so if you're doing that, boosting it may not improve its performance if the organic reach is already really small. So as you're doing this, make sure that you're always refining your posts before boosting it. That way you know that it's relevant, there's some value in it, and it lines up with your goals. Okay, so I have this post here. All right, and we're going to boost this post right here. This is a post that I put up here. It's a blog, it's promoting our franchise. And so we're going to go ahead and boost this. And I always recommend when you're boosting a post, don't spend a bunch of money. I honestly recommend just $5 a day. Okay, so we are here. First thing that Google or Facebook is asking you is, what is your goal, right? And this is key. Let me see if I open this up a little more so you can see it. And let me move my shot out of there. So automatic, if you let this stay here, then Facebook is going to select the most relevant goal based on whatever button you put out there, okay? But let's look at some of the options, because this is your goal. Again, if you don't know what your goal is, you should not boost the post. So is your goal to get more messages, right? And it'll tell you exactly, show your ad to people who are likely to send you a message on Facebook, WhatsApp, or Instagram. And it even lets you know this is good if you're trying to get sales, or if you're looking to get more engagement. Is that your goal? If you're looking to get more leads, is that your goal? Are you looking to get more website visitors? Is that your goal? Like if you're trying to get more traffic, or if you're trying to get more calls. So in this particular case, we're going to go for more visitors, and I'll tell you why here in a second. Okay. Now, as you continue to go down, if you use the Advantage Creative, this is going to leverage Facebook's data to automatically deliver, different ad creatives as it shares with you there. And as you click on these things, it'll let you know what the focus is, and that helps you determine a little more as to what you're looking for, right? Now, the button, as you're putting here, I normally don't like to put a button. Sometimes I put a button, sometimes I don't. A lot of times I don't like to put a button for the particular reason that I want it to look organic. I don't quite want it to look like an ad, right? If you put the button in there, it automatically looks like an ad. This special ad category, most of us who are watching this video, unless you're a real estate agent, unless you're in politics, you're really not going to put this button on. But if you are in real estate and you are selling homes, then you must click on that button, because they want to make sure that you're not discriminating against anyone who's trying to use your stuff. Okay, next you have the audience. Okay, now as you look through here, you can see multiple things, right? You can look at all the different things that are available here. All right, now this is key on who you are targeting. All right, and you can see if you want to edit the audience details. Now, as you can see here, when I edit the audience details, I can get a little more specific as to who I'm targeting. Is this the right area that I'm looking for? In this particular case, for us, I'm not going to be targeting 18-year-olds because they're not really going to be looking for franchises. They're most likely not going to be trying to buy cleaning services for the most part. Now, most 18-year-olds are probably not even using Facebook, right? So I'm really not going to be targeting them. Okay, so these are key things to think about. Now, where are you targeting? Are you targeting the whole US? Okay, if you got a video that you're promoting and you're just trying to see who is going to pay attention, great. Then that's a good way to put that in there to do the US. Now, let me rewind a little bit and tell you, one of the main reasons that you would be using boosting when you're boosting a post is because you want to later retarget, or this boost is to retarget audiences, right? Retargeting is one of the most important things when it comes to ads, in my opinion, at least. I truly believe it's like going to a website. You found something, you're like, okay, something led you to this website. All of a sudden you go back to Facebook and you're being retargeted for this ad, right? Like, my gosh, I was just on their website. That's the Facebook pixel working. That's them retargeting me, right? Or you retargeting others. So in this particular case, I'm just going to focus on our local location, right? So the name of our company, Eats Coat Cleaning, all right? And this is where we're located. So, but I might want to, expand the research on what I'm doing, so these are key things on that. All right. Depending on how far out. Again, it's based on where your target audience is. Now, for us, we do not ever use United States. We're not targeting everyone in the United States. But if you have a product offering, then try to, pick those locations that they are most likely to buy from you. Those are key things. So when you're thinking about the audience to put up here, well, where are people most likely going to be buying from you? Where are people most likely going to be your target audience? So those are key things. So in our case, we're going to be looking for, different areas near us that we're looking to to have. In this particular case, we want to target people who might be interested in um in franchises for our Eats Coat Cleaning business. Now, Florissant, Missouri, we already have a lot of clients up there. We have availability. If someone wants to buy a franchise, there's already revenue waiting for them there. They don't have to start from zero. So why would I want to target them? Well, it's already a popping place for them, right? I'm going to continue and target different areas, okay? Now, when we start expanding to Kansas City, I would use Kansas City, Missouri. Right now, we're just focused on the local areas. And I'm looking for those who might be interested in our services, okay? So those are key things, right? All right, there we go. All right, there we go. Okay, let's close this a little bit more. All right, so now, here it's up to you. It depends on who you're targeting. You don't necessarily have to if your video is someone that is like, okay, I have a large market that can, because again, we want to collect data, right? Boosting a post is going to help you collect data of people who pay attention. One of the things that we do a lot are boost videos. For this training, I'm just boosting, but most of the times I highly recommend boost a video, and that way you can retarget people down the road who paid attention to that video 25% of the time. Make sure you subscribe to our channel, because I'm gonna continue a lot on this Facebook ads training, okay? In this case, we're looking for entrepreneurs. All right, entrepreneurship. We're looking for veterans. Okay. My partner and my partner in this, he's a veteran, so I definitely want to target veterans because a veteran's going to connect very well. Okay. That may not be relevant to you, right? And so we're looking for, we can be looking for CEOs. Let's see what comes up there. Owner and CEO. Maybe someone's looking to diversify their their portfolio, and they're looking into, where can I put my money at? These are going to be people that I would continue. They're looking for business, and you can see it's giving you a few suggestions based on what you're looking at. Now, in this particular case, if I was targeting people who wanted to just buy our cleaning services, I'm not going to put these, right? I'm going to put more maybe house. I'm going to put cleaning company, cleaning, deep clean, things like that. And so I'm going to save the audience. There we go. Okay. And if you're looking to retarget people who already like your page, that would be ideal. And then as we're going down here, what's my duration? I just want to do it a few days. I'm not looking to, and as you can see, they're telling me I'm probably going to get 0 clicks. Obviously I'm not going to just do $12. I would get 0 clicks, right? So I want to do, let's just say 5 days, $25. $5 a day. So that's it. And again, we want to see, is anyone going to buy this? Is this something that I can scale? Is this something that I can go a little deeper? If I'm getting engagement, if I'm getting good stuff, then yes, let's go deeper, right? And so these are key things. Now, I really just want to stay on Facebook, okay? I don't see, it's automatic there because I'm on Facebook, right? So I can't really take it off. That's all I really want to focus on. I just want to hit Facebook. All right. And in this particular case, notice my pixel. All right. I'm sending traffic to a website. I want the pixel to be active. Okay. So these are key things on that when we're doing that. And so I want to make sure that it's right and that the pixel is active, because if I'm sending traffic to a website, I want to then retarget the people down the road who visited my website. All right. And as you can see, it's telling me to do more. It's telling me similar businesses typically spend $60 and are able to get 70 clicks. Well, guess what? I just want to focus on $5 a day, few days. Let's see what happens. One thing to understand about Facebook, if you say here, I want to spend a bunch of money, I want to get a lot of leads. Well, guess what? Facebook doesn't really know yet who you're targeting. They need to do their work. So if you give them a lot of money, they're going to throw you a lot of junk to see what sticks. But if you're spending $5 a day, their focus is to, hey, we want them to get a lot of value so they can do ads again. That's why you do not want to spend a bunch of money. You want them to work for your money, okay? And so the pixel is key there. And then boom, just like that, it's over with. I'm done. I'm ready to publish it. I'm ready to go. All right. Submitting my ad. Then they're going to take a look at it. They're going to think on it. And then most likely they're going to approve it. I've yet to have an ad that doesn't get approved. So now your ad is being created. And my friends, it is that simple to run and boost a Facebook ad. If you followed my training previously, I showed you the 3 videos if you're a brick and mortar and how to place those 3 videos. Okay, and now here we are boosting an ad. How simple is that? You're collecting data. You want to get some goals done. You know what your goals are, and there you are, my friends. You're off to the races. Now, off to my friends and see what they think about this simple way to boost an ad. On to you guys. Now that we've seen that, and my apologies, I was trying to make it so simple for this whole training that I went with the first post that I can boost. And you both mentioned video earlier. If you notice, when I had the drop down and I had the goals at the very beginning, what are our goals? There was one that wasn't in there because I wasn't a video. But one of the goals that you can do with this when you are drop down is, if you're boosting a video, you can boost it in order to get more views, which I think you both
Mm.
love that, simply because you do a lot of videos. And so you're thinking, what is my goal? Well, if you had a video that you were boosting, they'll give you the option of boosting for more views. And now that you've seen how simple it is to boost a Facebook post, guys, what are your thoughts about advertising on Facebook with the simple way of boosting a post? Kevin, we'll start with you.
I absolutely love that idea. And using something that you can actually go and see what kind of response that you've had, using the analytics and the statistics and everything that Meta does with all of your posts. You can use one that is more popular, that will reach out, and using that strategy along with the ads and the boosting definitely is something that I'm going to be using going forward, because that content has already worked. So let's spread it out to a larger audience, and let's use Facebook to help us do that. And I think the prices that they have, it's a very reasonable request. And like the way you explained it in the video, it's like, let Facebook do the work for you. So you can actually target a specific, even like the way you were doing it, down to the city. Um, but if you want to go wider, there's just so many options out there. So once again, thanks again for doing that, Manny. It definitely opened my eyes to the boosting and advertising on Facebook, and I'm sold. What about you, Dory? What are your thoughts on that whole gambit of golden nuggets that he gave us?
Well, I think I understand more and more about ads with each of these trainings that you're doing. And specifically, my biggest takeaway, I think, was in the boosting of pre existing content. I really like the idea of repurposing the content that I've already created. Now, here's where my issue falls. I struggle with what content I would boost because I typically do longer form content. And I know that that's not going to perform well. I have at least as much common sense to understand that. Like it's got to be something like bite size to grab their attention. So I would really struggle to figure out like exactly what pieces of my content to pull out. Um, I did also appreciate how you showed Facebook gives you separate goals and allows you to target different things. I didn't realize that that was in there. And I'm glad that you mentioned that video gives you the opportunity to increase video watches and hopefully engagement. I think probably if I were to do ads, it would definitely be to increase engagement and grow an audience, more eyeballs on my stuff. Now, I had a couple questions, and if you don't mind, I'm going to hit you with them.
I love it.
Mention
I
a
love it.
couple.
Can I share something to kind of follow up on your note real quick before those questions?
Yeah.
So I love that you want to go for engagement, but something to think about too, back to the video goals, is this is one of the best things about this process. Like if you do boost a video in order to get views, the best thing you can do is then you can later retarget them. That way you can see who watched my video at least 25% of the time. Then I can retarget that person with an offer or to work on getting more engagement or to see my name again. So I think it's important to realize like the value that you can get after you boost it and you see like, okay, a lot of people are going to watch this stuff for 3 seconds. It's going to scroll on their timeline and they're not even going to pay attention, but they're going to count it as a view because it's been 3 seconds. But if you really put in a video with 1 minute long and they watch it for 20 seconds or 15 seconds, those are going to be the people that are great to retarget with an offer or to get more engagement or another video to get more views. So something to think about along those lines as you're also trying to get engagement. So I just kind of wanted to make sure I threw that out there as well. But go ahead with your questions.
Okay. I don't want to freak anybody out in video land, but if you could see the note that I typed on my screen, you're going to die when you hear what my question was. You mentioned in your video that retargeting, which is what you just said, is one of the most important things in ads. So, what I was trying to figure out was could you explain a bit more for someone like me who's a complete noob with ads? You kept mentioning like figuring out who's watching 15 seconds and then retarget, unless this is a follow-up training that you plan on doing on retargeting specifically. Because if it is, I will wait with bated breath for that.
Yeah, yes, it is most
Okay.
definitely one of my other trainings. Again, I'm gonna still do more ads moving forward, but Facebook does that heavy lifting as well because it's going to have a prompt for do you want to target those who watch 25% of the time, 50% of the time? And so it's already going to have that because of the data it's already collected from its users. I hope that answers a little bit of that.
It does. It's leading me down the right path, I think. Okay, so my second question was you've now in a couple of your trainings mentioned pixels. Are you going to be doing a specific training on that? Because That is a brand new concept to me. I know nothing about it.
Okay, I love that you said that. And yes, that's also
Okay.
because when you're doing ads and if you're sending traffic to a website, it's a mistake not to have the Facebook pixel on there. And the best way to look at that is like, hey, anytime I've done research, I go check out a roofing company or whatever, all of a sudden I go back to Facebook and that roofing company is targeting me now with an offer. That's because I was on their website. The Facebook pixel now knows my events that I did on that website, including if I had like something in my shopping cart, then they can even retarget me because of that pixel. So yes, that is definitely a training along the ads line. That's why I say you're definitely going to want to subscribe to this if you're not already a subscriber, because I'm going to continue down this road of ads because a lot of people think Facebook is all about fun, and yes, people are not going there to buy your stuff. That's something important, but you want to catch their attention because truth is people still buy stuff, right? They're just not going to Facebook to buy stuff. So I hope that answers that there. That's a good
100%.
question, by the way.
Thank you. And just to reiterate, like if I'm learning all of this stuff and we've been in the game for a while, I can only imagine how helpful it is to everyone else out there. So, with that being said,
So, if you're finding all this content wonderfully useful, we would love it if you would like and subscribe. Sharing our content is also a great way to spread the love. So, feel free to visit our website on all the information about how you can connect with us. And it's just over there beside us at the Linktree/content creators connect. We're on YouTube and Facebook.
and if you are like me and you want to learn more about these pixels and retargeting and all these crazy things related to Facebook ads, please drop down in the comments and let us know what you're loving, what you're learning, and what you want us to cover in the future. Until then, we urge you to identify and lean into your 3Cs. Start today creating unique content that builds connections and breaks down those barriers.
My friends, I hope you got some value out of this. And one of the things I've been doing over the last few times when I'm up to train has been ads, really trying to help you understand this Facebook ads, the value behind ads. And so I'm going to go back to the last training I did to help you maximize your brick and mortar reach, where I show you how to place your 3 videos with Facebook ads. And I'm going to share a little secret sauce with you, my friends. That same video that I did a training on, and I placed those 3 ads for you on that training, is actually doing absolutely the best. We have about 4 ads running, and that particular one where I showed you how to place those 3 ads, that that video right there, that ad right there is performing extremely well for the company. So go back to that video, make sure you check it, and someone will drop that video link down below for you. So click on it, go watch that training. Until next time, my friends, we want you to always remember there's a lot of training out there. And oh my gosh, Dory's been killing it with Canva. Kevin's been killing it with all the different sources to help you produce such amazing content. So it's important to stick around.
See ya.
See ya.
Bye.